So Fenrir, let me just school you on some Viking shit here. So Fenrir is a wolf god who is basically set in his purpose to destroy the world in the apocalypse, which is titled the Ragnarok in Viking folklore. And so his whole purpose in his existence is to kill Odin, and then, but he gets out of his capture and eats the sun, and then destroys the world. All right, the trilogy. So we covered 1 through 9, and the last 3 songs are the most ridiculous and the most, epic. Yeah, they're super. It's basically, if an RPG could be a song, that's what these are.
Okay, so this is where we have what we call the trilogy here. So we have the Cat's Footsteps, Hand of Tyr, and Devour the Sun. And we kind of like to think of those as a group of songs. We don't really like to break them up when we're playing them live. We like to play them as a series if we can. Sometimes we've broken them up, but they tell a story altogether, starting with Cat's Footsteps, going into Hand of Tyr, and Devour the Sun.
1 of 3 in the trilogy, explaining Fenrir, explaining the whole story behind his, capture and imprisonment and his escape, and then him destroying the world.
And that's basically who Fenrir is. Fenrir is this wolf who, had it all, was taken captive, broke the chains and just destroyed everything that was part of what helped capture and enslave him, basically, and all of that.
Cat's Footsteps is basically, he's chained up, and the things that were used to chain him up were all these magical items, one of which being a cat's footsteps, being magical, because when have you ever heard a cat's footstep? Because they're super quiet, right? So if you look at it, it's a crazy name, but the chain that was used to keep him restrained was basically made out of these magic items. It was like, cat's footstep, the breath of a fish, things that basically don't exist, that you can't find, you know what I mean? So that's why it's magical. I think I'd even reference like dwarves and shit. God, I'm such a fucking nerd, Laser. Why are you in my band with me?
It's kind of the song that I think we will win over the audience when we play it live. Because there's a lot sort of happening. It's a vampy intro. We got some Doors sounding keys going on. We got a decent chorus. And the thing is like after we do like the solo section, like when we all come in and sort of move with force through that ascending chord progression, which I contributed. I'm happy to say that. That's sort of the moment where I like to look out to the audience, and generally they're having a really good time.
This is probably my second favorite song to do live, because it's got a great guitar solo, it's got a lot of energy, and it has a point in literally the first verse that gives me anxiety every time I sing it, because it's this note that if I don't hit it, everybody can hear it, and they're gonna be like, that bitch is the poser, he can't sing. And then I get fucking really scared.
These are ones that we actually, not like demos, the demo songs. These were recorded and written by the band together. where everyone had a part and a say and ideas of what they wanted to add to the song or what needs to be taken away, all of that stuff. And everyone had a good presence in the song.
The thing is that song is really collaborative. It was a song that Mikey had the riff when we initially sort of joined up, but we didn't write it until we were the unit that you sort of see us as now. And so that was the first time that we all really started to like work on, you know, having some real artistic input with it.
So Cats is a very, very important song in our catalog for what we are now, I think. The whole trilogy is like that, but I think that of any of the songs on this record, Cats was the first one where we're really on the level with each other.